Hey y'all, so welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to tell y'all about my labor and delivery experience. So let's jump right into this video. So I was 36 weeks and 5 days pregnant, and I had woke up in a puddle of blood. The first thought that comes to your mind is, oh my God, I just lost my baby. And I had to tell my job, like, hey, I'm going to the hospital. Something's off, something's wrong, or whatever. I go to the hospital, and the hospital's like, it's still pretty early or whatever. And I was like, yeah, but I'm waking up with puddles of blood. What could that be? They checked me. They said they see no sign of blood. And I'm like, I can show you the picture. Like, I know I'm not tripping because I literally have to go home and clean my bed or whatever. So they ended up checking to see if I was dilated any, and I was dilated 1 centimeter. So they were just like, okay, so now we see what it was. You lost your mucus plug. And it was that much blood. Like, hold on now, this is scary, right? So I was having contractions the whole time. I was having labor contractions the whole time for that day, and I had no idea. And they had like the contraction, like, what? Can you stop, please? Sit. Okay, whatever. So they had like the contraction monitor and heartbeat monitor on the baby, and they were just like, you're actively having contractions. How are you not feeling that? And like on the chart, it was saying that I was having intense contractions, but I didn't feel anything. I wasn't feeling my baby kick or anything. And so they did an ultrasound. And he was perfectly fine. He's not having the time of his life. He gave us a little wave on the ultrasound, and it was good. But they were basically telling me that I was high risk for preeclampsia because I had started to get high blood pressure, and I've never had high blood pressure before. So I started getting high blood pressure. It wasn't extremely high then. Hey, back up. Sit. Why are you not listening? And my dog is craving attention real bad right now. But anyway, so I'm sitting here, and they're like, your blood pressure is pretty high right now. Has it ever been like this? I'm like, no. And it was like, what other symptoms are you having? I was like, nothing. I just came here because of all the blood and everything. And I was like, I wasn't feeling him move or anything. So they was like, you know, we're going to schedule you for an induction this Saturday when you become exactly 37 weeks. So now I'm panicking, like, oh my God, I'm about to have my baby in less than like 3 days, you know? I'm super panicking, and I call my family. I'm like, hey, they're talking about inducing me this Saturday at 7 o'clock in the morning. And my parents was like, okay. So I stay in Florida by myself, and my family stays in North Carolina. So they ended up coming down on, if I'm not mistaken, it was that Friday. They came down, and we went grocery shopping. And I remember, y'all, that whole entire day, I was just having the most painful labor contractions. I was thugging it out, though. Like, whenever one would come across, I would just stop. I would breathe, do my little squat, you know, and it would sit there for maybe 2 minutes, and it was coming every 5 minutes, right? And I'm like, no, he still can't, he's not supposed to come until tomorrow, like, you know. So this would go through my mind. So I'm not prepared to have a baby, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. And y'all, and I just vaguely remember after my family made me some food, because they let me pick what I wanted, and it was some barbecue chicken, some, what was it, loaded baked potato soup, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so they made me that, and I was tearing it down, right? That was at like 7 o'clock at night. So after we all settle in, and I have a guest bedroom, so my mom and dad, you know, they're getting settled into their bedroom over there. I only have a TV in my room. There's no other TV in my room. I'm like in my house whatsoever, because I do not feel like furnishing a house that I'm literally about to let go, right? And let go is meaning that I'm about to move to another state again. So I'm not trying to about the hassle with so much furniture. So I just kept it bare minimum to just my room, and I just put a bed inside their room. So it gets down to it, and it was maybe 10 o'clock at night, and my dad's still over here in the room with me, and I'm laying in bed and everything, and I'm just like, I gotta poop. And I went to the bathroom, y'all. I kid you not. I promise you, I went to the bathroom like 5 times, and I was like, Dad, I'm trying to poop. Like, I think I'm constipated. It's not coming out. And my dad's like, well, maybe you don't gotta poop. Maybe, you know, the baby's just a little further. Okay, right. Still no sign. I'm still convinced that I'm not going into labor. So I lay across the bed. My dad leaves. They go to the other room. I went in there maybe 10 minutes later. my body is shaking. Like, I just knew I was about to just pass out or something. And I'm like, I don't know what's wrong. And I just remember looking at my mom. I was like, I don't know what's wrong. Like, I can't stop shaking and everything. And I was like, and I can't poop. And I just, like I'm not crying or anything. I was like, I don't know what's going on, right? And my mom's like, oh, shit, KJ's coming. Y'all, and kid you not, I did my maternity photo shoot the same exact day. Maybe 2 hours earlier, I did my maternity photo shoot. Yeah. So we head to this first hospital. This first hospital is like, we don't deliver babies here. Cool, we go to another hospital. And the reason we didn't immediately go to base is because the base wasn't giving my family their passes. Like, they was just doing the most. So we go to this other hospital, and they're like, we only deliver if it's an emergency. And me and my mom look at each other like, do y'all not see, like, she is shaking. Her blood pressure is skyrocketed. Like, it's dangerous looking for her right now. So they checked me. I think they gave me did they give me an IV? Yeah, they gave me an IV. Who's knows they gave me the IV at the hospital or on the ambulance? But anyway, so the people at the hospital was like, well, we're not really specialized in that, but we can see how far along she is. And it's just like, okay. So they tell me, you're 4 centimeters. The hospital was 20 minutes away that I had to go to, so I had to deliver on base. So they call an ambulance. They transported me and my mom on the ambulance to the hospital base. 20-minute drive, y'all. So they take me out the back of the ambulance. I'm on the stretcher. We're going through the hospital. We get into the elevator, and I throw up everything that I ate. And I just felt so embarrassed. Like, the only thing I was like, just get this off me. Just get this off me. We get into the room. They check me. They say, you're 7 centimeters. 20 minutes, y'all, and I jumped up 3 more centimeters. So they was just like, would you be mad if you don't get the epidural? And I'm not saying anything because in my mind, I'm already like, bro, I'm going to do this shit natural. I'm going to do it natural. Like, I just kept telling mom, like, I think I can do it. I'm pretty sure I can do it. But y'all, like, I was like, them labor contractions is no joke, okay? So I kept throwing up. And then they was like, has your water broken? I'm like, I don't know. So they, like, checked me and my water's not broken or anything. So they had to break my water. Like, in the midst of it all, like, with my blood pressure being so high, they were just like, hey, it's not looking good for you or the baby. They wasn't finding my baby's heartbeat. I wasn't I wasn't stable or anything. Like, I couldn't focus. I couldn't do anything. And I'm fighting these contractions. I'm still breathing how I'm supposed to be breathing. And I just remember the lady said, we're going to give you an epidural. Y'all, they come in there. She barely finished the spinal tap, and I was at 10 centimeters. 10 centimeters. I didn't even get no epidural or anything. Like, they did put me on Pitocin when I first come in there because they said it's protocol to put them on Pitocin as soon as they get in. But I was on Pitocin when I first got in, and then they had me on magnesium, and I think that was it. It was some blood pressure medicine. They was just trying to get my blood pressure down so we can make it out alive, you know? So I just, like, remember hearing the lady say, we can't find the heartbeat. We can't find the heartbeat. Y'all, when I say these nurses was flipping me all over the bed trying to find my baby's heartbeat. And I'm so glad because they found it, right? And they're like, Mama, you need to start pushing. If not, we're going to have to give you a C-section. But I'm still so out of it, so completely drained and everything because my blood pressure is kicking my tail. Like, I just knew I was not going to come out of that. I'm just being honest. So they're like, we need to start pushing. So they put me an oxygen mask on because I couldn't breathe and everything. And he was like, all right, here you go. Start pushing, whatever. And I think I pushed maybe 3 or 4 times. I think I pushed for maybe 10 minutes. And he came out. But, y'all, did you just throw up? Like, I did that, and I'm so proud of myself. And I felt so good afterwards because, like, the actual pushing wasn't bad at all. Like, I didn't feel a thing when it came to me pushing. Like, it didn't hurt me when I was pushing. The only thing that hurt me was the contractions. And it was just like, bro. So he comes out, and he didn't cry. And everybody in the room just goes silent, right? And at this point, I'm out of it. And then he started crying, and then they gave me him, you know, my little baby. They bring him over there, and they put him on my chest. And I just know, I was so out of it, like, I didn't trust myself holding him because I was still shaking really, really bad. Like, I still had the shakes for maybe a day or two after I gave birth to him. And I was super lightheaded. My blood pressure stayed high for maybe 3 to 4 days. Like, they weren't gonna let me go home. And it was traumatizing, but I would do it all over again because, like I said, like, the pushing portion of it really wasn't bad. The contractions was bad, but I thugged it out because I had already had my mind made up that I was not gonna do this with medication. Like, I was, we're gonna do this. So it went great. I did stay in the hospital for 3 or 4 days because he couldn't get his circumcision done until I think 2 days later. Yeah, 2 days later. And we came home. But while I came home, that was a different experience for me because when I came home, nothing looked the same to me, and it was because I was still on so much medication for my blood pressure that my dogs didn't look the same to me. I was weak. I could barely walk. I was having intense migraines. But breastfeeding, my breast milk came in actually a week before I gave birth, so I had no issue breastfeeding him. But I did stop breastfeeding him because I wasn't taking care of myself like I was while I was pregnant, like with drinking a lot of water and everything, because I was like, I want to drink everything that I couldn't drink while I was pregnant, and it shot my breast milk down. And I was extremely stressed out with his dad, and it was just so much was going on, and my breast milk was just not coming in. And it was just, well, it was here. It was just giving him like just enough to make his tongue wet. But so I ended up stopping breastfeeding him. I think he was a month old, and then I stopped breastfeeding him, and I moved him to formula. And as I can see, healthy baby, handsome baby. Yeah, that's a little smart. So we are good. So thanks for tuning in.
I just get a video. Oh, don't try to freeze up now. There you go. Yeah, oh, look at you, hungry, ain't you? Yes. You have to fight Diamond Legend for food, you know that, right? Yeah. Won't get warm, ain't it? Yeah. Be a nice little tan there, buddy. You alright? There you go. I think over here. Don't peek at me. Oh, they're peeking. Hey, boy. Hey, man. You gonna get up?
Yes, ma'am.
You gonna get up?
Two instruments by the sink.
Yeah, we're playing possum now, though. Ooh. Ooh. It looks cute. Come on, man. Oh, don't play possum with your grandma.
Ah, buddy. Once more.
You gonna open your eyes now. You gonna open your eyes now, ain't you?
He's a little one.
Yeah, he is tiny. Well, his mom and daddy's short, so. KJ, wake up, man.
96.9.
Beautiful. Now back to our thing.
We're gonna see him playing possum. There you go.
Hey,
Yeah.
Papa.
Oh, you know when Nana
After
came.
Q 1 hour.
Look at you.
After 1 hour.
When Nana came, you just open your eyes,
So
didn't you?
handsome.
96.9.
You get Papa getting on your nerves.
Yeah. Well, you better get used to it because I'm gonna do a lot of
He
this.
do. He gets on my nerves too,
Yes.
all the time.
You better get used to it because I'm gonna do a lot of this.
Hey, so I got your babe. Don't worry. I got you.
Okay.
We're double team.
Will you grab me some extra baby blankets unless I have them?
You're so handsome, buddy.
No, that's fine. That's
Yes,
fine.
so is.
Okay.